India is well known around the world owing to its historical background, diverse cultures and interesting traditions. Its ancient scriptures and texts have been the way of life of its people for thousands of years. Today, the country is taking huge strides in the field of science and technology, paving a way towards a progressive India. So friends, I'm your host Shreyasa Vijay, and today in our episode of My India, we'll take a look at some of the stories that very well showcase the unique culture and prosperity of our country, stretching from Himalayas to Kanyakumari. Being a highly spiritual country, festivals are in the heart of people's lives in India. The country celebrates a number of festivals throughout the year that offer a unique way of seeing Indian culture at its best. Janmashtami, that celebrates the birth of the Hindu god Krishna, is one among them. Though the festival is observed with immense enthusiasm across the country, but this year it remained a low-key affair amid the worldwide pandemic.
The chants Hare Krishna resounded across various parts of India as the country celebrated the most auspicious Janmashtami festival. Marking the birth of Lord Krishna, who is also believed to be the 8th incarnation of Lord Vishnu, the festival falls on the 8th day of Hindu month of Bhadra, which is usually in August or September. Every year the festival is celebrated with huge grandeur all over the country. While at few places it is commemorated by organizing Dahi Handi, in which people make human pyramids and try to break a pot of curd at the top. In others, it is celebrated by setting up a stage where an idol of Lord Krishna is enshrined in a decorated swing. However, this year due to the pandemic, the festival remained a low-key affair as very few people flocked the temples, adhering to the social distancing norms.
अब की बार की जन्माष्टमी थोड़ी सी फीकी है पहले के जैसे अब हम मंदिर में आए हैं तो हम प्रसाद नहीं दे सकते, चढ़ा नहीं सकते, और जैसे आपको पता है रात में यहाँ पर बहुत ज़्यादा सेलिब्रेट किया जाता था, मंदिरों के अंदर बहुत सारे मंदिर जा सकते थे, मगर अब ऐसा कुछ भी नहीं है.
The holy cities of Mathura and Vrindavan, that are well known for their association with Lord Krishna in Hindu mythology, too observed a silent Janmashtami this year. Though the temples in the city were beautifully decked up with colorful lights, but inside only a few people were allowed to enter, considering the safety issues. Mainly the priests were seen performing the rituals at the Radha Krishna temples. A few religious sites in Mathura also gave the tradition a touch of technology by providing online darshan facility to the devotees. Considering the pandemic, priests chanted mantras wearing masks and following social distancing norms, and also replaced the holy water with sanitizer.
हम लोगों ने तैयारियां तो जैसे गत वर्ष होती आई हैं वैसे ही कर रहे हैं. बस अंतर ये है कि इस साल कोरोना का काल है, तो हम सब चीज़ों को बहुत ही सावधानी पूर्वक कर रहे हैं जिससे कि कोई संकट में ना आए. दूसरी बात, ऑनलाइन की व्यवस्था इसलिए की गई है क्योंकि आने वाला समय ये ऑनलाइन का ही है.
Meanwhile, in the capital New Delhi, only a few devotees visited the famous ISKCON temple to avoid getting infected with virus. While the priests performed the prayers, few women were seen dancing to the songs of Lord Krishna. Similar scenes were witnessed all over the country as the festival remained a low-key affair. At few cities, devotees were not even allowed to enter the temples, so they offered their prayers from outside and performed the other rituals at their homes.
मन की आस्था से आए हैं, दर्शन करके जाएंगे। घर पे पूजा वूजा किए हैं तो यहाँ पे बस आके माथा टेक के जा रहे हैं और दिन भर का वही फास्टिंग और फल फ्रूट वगैरह खा के दिन का गुजारा करेंगे और क्या।
Indians have been celebrating Janmashtami from the times immemorial and has a huge significance in the Hindu culture. The festival is also said to be a celebration of good over evil, as Lord Krishna is believed to have come to the earth to destroy the evil king called Kans, who ruled some parts of northern Indian region with Mathura as his capital.
As the Indian government is busy battling coronavirus outbreak, a number of citizens and organizations are also not behind in extending their support to the needy people who are worst affected by this pandemic, be it through distributing essential items or providing ambulance services. They have been contributing their bit without making any discrimination on the basis of caste and community. Similar examples can be witnessed in the Hyderabad city of Telangana, where voluntary organizations have gone an extra mile in fighting the pandemic.
COVID-19 has posed several challenges before the country, deficit in number of ambulances and oxygen cylinders being the major ones. Many people across the country who have succumbed to the deadly coronavirus are dying due to their unavailability. In such a situation, the voluntary organizations in Hyderabad have come to the rescue of COVID-19 patients, no matter which caste or community they belong to. They recently launched 14 ambulances along with a common command room to enable the patients avail their services easily. Equipped with proper equipments and a trained staff, the service is not just meant to transport the COVID-19 patients to hospital, but also to the cremation or burial ground in case any fatality occurs.
Our country and our state also is badly affected with COVID-19. The number of cases understandably are increasing day by day. So there is a great need to transport the patients to the hospitals. Alongside, if unfortunate incident of a death happens, so taking them up to the burial ground or the cremation ground also is important. Some facilities are available, but they are not sufficient. Moreover, there is so much of scare, so much of fear in the society. Even the close relations, friends also find it difficult to come forward. And understandably, the instructions also to them are there should not be huge gatherings, big gatherings, etc. In such situation, such voluntary organizations coming forward and making available the vehicles with trained staff, with proper equipment, because the drivers here and the other staff which would be the vehicles, they all have the PPE kits, and then they have been trained how to keep themselves safe and then the others also safe. So it's a laudable step.
The voluntary organizations in the city are not just catering to the ambulance services, but also to other requirements that the COVID-19 patients can have. With many of them undergoing a home isolation and may require oxygen cylinders, but don't have the capacity to buy them, a non-profit organization in the city is making this service available for them. They supply around 12 to 15 cylinders on a daily basis, and till date they have supplied them to more than 120 patients after the online consultation with the doctor.
जो होम आइसोलेटेड पेशेंट्स है वो पेशेंट्स को पहले हमारे जो काउंसलर्स है वो लोग कॉन्फ्रेंस करते कॉल पेशेंट्स के साथ एंड डॉक्टर, तो पूरा ऑनलाइन कंसल्टेशन ही होता। उसके बाद जो है डॉक्टर पूरा एग्जामिनेशन करते ऑनलाइन, फिर उनको प्रिस्क्राइब करते कि ऑनलाइन ऑक्सीजन थेरेपी देना है तो वो पेशेंट्स को हम लोग लेके जाके ऑक्सीजन सिलेंडर्स फ्री ऑफ कॉस्ट विदाउट एनी डिपॉजिट हम लोग देते हैं।
Rising above religious biases and working with only motive to serve the humanity. This is what these voluntary organizations have been doing. Their work is inspiration for everyone to come forward and help the country at this time of need.
Now, a roundup of some of the major stories that made news recently.
बादलों से टकराकर वसुंधरा की प्यास जो बुझा पाऊं, पर्वतों की वह ऊंचाई नहीं है मेरे पास।
Meet Dr. Raj Singh, a career bureaucrat and a poet who has earned fame from his poetry written after Pokhran tests in 1998. Dr. Raj's poems have not only received appreciation from common men, but also from celebrated poets like Rahat Indori, who died recently due to cardiac arrest.
डॉक्टर राहत इंदौरी के साथ कविताएं पढ़ना बेहद रोचक अनुभव था। मेरा वो पहला कवि सम्मेलन था और उनका शायद आखिरी। उन्होंने मुझे शुभकामनाएं भी दी, हौसला अफजाई भी किया, पर उनके साथ ये आखिरी मुलाकात होगी ऐसी आशंका नहीं थी।
Hailing from Haryana, Dr. Raj learned poetry writing from famed poet Balkavi Bairagi. Dr. Raj Singh has written more than 50 poems for prominent Hindi newspapers. His famous poems include Marasthal Ka Sankalp, Gulab Ki Niyati, Majdoor, Pratibimb, Tapish and many more.
जो गुजर गया वह बीत गया, पर वक्त अभी तो बाकी है, साथ साथ चलने का फिर भी सफर अभी तो बाकी है।
One can see diversity in Singh's poems. At one side, his poem talk about the condition of farmers and laborers, and on the other, about love, separation and absence.
तुम कमल पुष्प से उज्जवल हो और गुड़हल जैसी कोमलता, तुम दीप ज्योति की ज्वाला भी हो और हिमपात की शीतलता।
With a new high-tech cold storage facility for safekeeping of delicate tulip bulbs, Srinagar's world-famous Indira Gandhi Memorial Tulip Garden is ready for next season's bloom. The newly installed cold store will play a vital role in controlling the temperature according to the requirements of the flower, which is very important to protect bulbs from infection, maintain the moisture level and preserve the overall quality of bulbs. The other facilities include an air conditioning system, high-speed fans, serial-wise racks and a modern temperature control room monitored by the electrical wing of the floriculture department. Situated on the foothills of Jabarwan range with an overview of Dal Lake, the garden is Asia's largest tulip garden and was opened in 2007 with the aim to boost floriculture and tourism in Kashmir Valley.
"25-year-old Ilayaram Shekhar has attempted to break the Guinness World Record of solving most Rubik's Cubes underwater in a single breath. Shekhar successfully solved 6 Rubik's Cubes in 2 minutes 17 seconds against the previous record of 5 Rubik's Cubes solved underwater in 2014, thus becoming the first person to attempt this record in Asia. While solving the 3D combination puzzles Rubik's Cube, one has to get even colors on each side of the cube.
The lockdown blues has encouraged a man from Zirakpur city of Punjab to create an eco-friendly bicycle of wood. Brainchild of Tani Ram, the bicycle is made up of scrap and took around 4 months to complete. During the coronavirus lockdown, people across the country have got a chance to explore their creativity to the fullest and come out with something unique.
Hailing from Srinagar city of Jammu and Kashmir, our student Haider Ali Punjabi along with his friends has developed a web page COVID-19 Kashmir that provides crucial information about the infection and its spread in the Kashmir Valley along with geographical location. They have created covidkashmir.org on the lines of covidindia.org and other informative websites on coronavirus. District-wise breakdown of COVID-19 cases, map and the daily updates on cases are the main features of the tracker. Haider and his friends have mostly relied on the information provided by the official sources and no data is picked up by secondary sources like news portals or newspapers. Apart from the coronavirus cases, the website also provides detailed information about doctors, their contact numbers, helpline numbers established by government and has dedicated sections of frequently asked questions and myth busters.
Mutual tolerance and regards for the beliefs of other religions is the essence of the Indian society. Several examples who are still keeping this spirit alive can be found at every nook and corner of the country. One among them is a Muslim family in Ayodhya city of Uttar Pradesh that has been promoting the amiable bond between two communities for generations with their ancestral work.
Regarded as one of the 7 sacred cities of Hindus, the ancient town of Ayodhya in Uttar Pradesh is revered because of its association with the birth of Hindu deity, Lord Ram. But the greatness of the town lies in the camaraderie that Hindus and Muslims have maintained for years. Presenting a beautiful example of this bond in Ayodhya is a Muslim family that has been making khadaus, wooden footwear that possesses a great significance in Hindu religion for generations. Muhammad Azam is the 5th generation in his family who is involved in this work of making and selling khadaus to Hindu saints, and it is also his primary source of income.
इससे पहले हमारे पिताजी बनाया करते थे और उससे पहले उनके पिताजी बनाया करते थे। ऐसे ही कई पीढ़ियों से ये खड़ाओं का काम चल रहा है। अब पिताजी के बाद मैंने इसको संभाला है, मैं कर रहा हूँ इस खड़ाओं को और इसको तैयार किया जाता है। तैयार करने के बाद मार्केट में जाता है और फुटकर भी बिकता है, 2-4 दिन थोड़ा बाहर भी जाता है। इसका पूजा पाठ भी होता है, लोग पहनते भी हैं, इसको पहनने से काफ़ी लाभे हैं।
Azam, who is working with 7 more members, is expecting a rise in this business after the construction of Lord Ram's temple. Marking the harmonic bond with the holy city sites, Azam says that Hindus and Muslims are not viewed differently in Ayodhya, and most of his co-workers are Hindus with whom he works peacefully.
यहाँ पे कोई दिक्कत नहीं है। हम हिंदू मुस्लिम सब एक साथ मिलजुल के काम करते हैं, एक दूसरे के त्यौहार में शरीक होते हैं, खाना पीना भी है। हमारे ये जो शर्मा जी हैं पीछे, ये हमारे यहाँ आते हैं, कटिंग करते हैं, मशीन चलाते हैं। एक दूसरे के यहाँ खाना पीना सब कुछ है, कोई ऐसी कोई बात नहीं है, सब अच्छे से रह रहे हैं मिलजुल के।
Khadaus are an object of worship among the Hindu families. as according to mythological epic Ramayana, Lord Ram's younger brother, Bharat, placed khadaus of Ram on the throne as a symbol of the latter's authority over the kingdom.
Amid the coronavirus outbreak, creativity is touching new heights with artists across the country using their skills to create awareness about the virus. From painting on the walls to designing miniature sculptures, artists from around the country are using their creativity in every possible way to inform the locals about the deadly virus. Recently, an artist based in Coimbatore city of Tamil Nadu has made miniature art a medium to inform people about the deadly virus.
Amid coronavirus outbreak, when people are bound to stay at their homes, artists around the country are giving a new spin to their regular artworks. From taking their artistry online to converting their homes into a living museum, artists are exploring a number of ways to give wings to their creativity. But there are a few who have gone one step ahead by turning their talent into a medium to spread awareness regarding the deadly virus. Raja, an artist from Coimbatore, is using his miniature artworks to tell people about the importance of taking precautions during this pandemic time.
என் பேர் யூஎம்டி ராஜா. நான் மினியேச்சர் ஆர்டிஸ்ட். வருஷ விநாயகர் சதுர்த்திக்கு விநாயகர் சிற்பம் மூலிமா மக்களுக்கு ஒரு நல்ல விழிப்புணர்வு விஷயங்களை நான் சொல்லுவது வழக்கமாக வச்சுருந்தேன். அதாவது ஹெல்மெட் விநாயகர், மரம் நடும் விநாயகர், இதுபோல் பல்வேறு விநாயகர்களை ஒவ்வொரு விநாயகர் சதுர்த்தி அன்று அந்த சிலைகள் மூலிமா விழிப்புணர்வு ஏற்படுத்துவது வழக்கமாக வச்சேன்.
Raja, who has been practicing miniature art since his childhood, has made a number of art pieces using wax. His artworks include a miniature coronavirus warrior Ganesha, who is shown fighting the virus and protecting patients in a corona ward. Another wonderful miniature art piece is the famous character of South Indian movie Bahubali holding a huge soap with the message "Clean hands with soap." Every year before the arrival of Ganesh Chaturthi, Raja makes miniature artworks of Lord Ganesha with a social message on them. But this year, due to the contagion, he decided to use his miniature art as a tool to spread awareness.
இன்னைக்கு அரசு அறிவிச்சிருக்கிறபடி விநாயகர் சதுர்த்தியே கொண்டாட முடியாத ஒரு நிலை இருக்கின்ற பட்சத்தில் ஒரு வித்தியாசமான விநாயகர் சிலையை உருவாக்கியிருக்கேன். என்னன்னு கேட்டிங்கன்னா, கிருமி நாசினி அடிக்கிற மாதிரி ஒரு விநாயகர் உருவத்தை மெழுகில் வடிவமைச்சிருக்கிறேன். க்ளவுஸ் போட்டு முகக்கவசம் போட்டு ஒரு விநாயகர் அந்த கிருமி நாசினியை அடித்து அந்த கொரோனா வைரஸை அழிப்பது போல ஒரு சிற்பத்தை வடிவமைத்திருக்கிறேன். வலியுறுத்தும் விதமாக இந்த முறை விநாயகர் சதுர்த்தியை நான் முழுக்க கொரோனா வைரஸுக்காக, அதை அழிப்பதற்காக ஒரு விழிப்புணர்வு ஏற்படுத்த வேண்டும் என்ற நோக்கத்தோடு இந்த முறை விநாயகர் சதுர்த்திக்கு ஸ்பெஷலாக நான் இதை உருவாக்கியிருக்கிறேன்.
Be it the times of happiness or sorrow, artists never fail to surprise the audience with their out-of-box ideas. Presently, when the country is in the grip of a deadly virus, they are coming out with their unique ideas both to entertain as well as to inform people.
That's all we have for you this week. Your comments and suggestions are important to us. Do give us your feedback at myindia@nin.com. I'm your host Shreya Savijay, and goodbye from the entire production team.